Rideau. It's the 5th annual Ride the Rideau, raising funds for a great cause. Cancer research at the Ottawa Hospital raised over $6.5 million already, and we'd love for you to get involved. We're joined by Michelle Van Village. She's the Director of Corporate Partnerships at Ride the Rideau. Welcome back to the show, Michelle. Great to have you here. And Serena Bairstow, she is a Ride the Rideau participant and cancer survivor. Welcome to the show, Serena. It's a pleasure to have you here as well. And in support of a great cause, as we said, Michelle. And as I understand, this is one of the, if not the biggest one-day event in this area of any other organization.
Top cancer fundraiser in Eastern Ontario.
Unbelievable.
Yes.
So how does the event work exactly? How does the fundraising portion of it work?
Well, I think that's the key there. So we built the ride. As you said, it's going to be our 5th birthday on September 6th as we launch for this year. We started out with a 100K ride for the first 3 years. But as we started to grow, we decided to introduce a 50-kilometer event just to initiate people. We were finding so many times it was novice riders that I haven't been on a bike in 4 years. And they said, well, we have the event for you. Introduced the 50K. This year we launched a 100-mile. So, you know what, we're already over 850 riders, probably going to be 900 on ride day, manned by like 350 volunteers on September 6th. So it's an incredible energy and we're so appreciative of all our riders, obviously Serena, but we've got 40 cancer survivors, a record amount this year, and I've really learned the inspiration behind why we do this. So we talked about cancer fundraiser. The money raised stays right here in Ottawa and goes to the Ottawa Hospital. So the funds are going to support personalized cancer therapies, to expand the number of clinical trials that we can offer to cancer patients, and really, the best cancer care begins with research, and that's where this event really is making an impact.
My neighbor actually has been telling me about this, and he's been doing it every year. And
awesome.
Everybody has a story. He says that's the best part about the ride.
Yeah.
For 100K or 50K, you are chatting with the person next to you, learning about what their story and what their connection is. And I think it sounds wonderful.
Yeah. The footprint, we've got everyone from the cancer researchers, the CEO of Ottawa's major companies, to Starbucks baristas, right? It's just, you never know who you're going to be riding with.
Right.
And our cancer survivors have the white flags on their bike. And you know what? Some of them, we've got an 85-year-old 3-time cancer survivor. And if you're lucky to draft behind him, this is the guy you want to find. Erwin is small but mighty and just amazing.
Well,
Yeah.
I want to do that one.
Yeah.
And Serena, you have your own story. Tell us, first of all, your first diagnosis, because throughout your time, through your cancer journey, you've had 2 diagnoses. What was the first diagnosis for you?
I was 16 years old, and I had been downhill skiing with my class in grade 10, and I just developed some pain in my knee. And so I went to the doctor, and they first thought it was like just an exercise injury called chondromalacia.
Okay.
I guess that's what they thought it was. I just kind of went to the family doctor, and he gave me some exercises to try, and I was trying those, and the pain didn't really go away. And my poor dad was convinced I did hurt it. But I was telling him, I didn't hurt my knee. It's just the pain just came there, and anyway, I ended up getting referred to the Children's Hospital in Halifax and had a bone scan done, and then they could see that there was like a tumor in there and stuff, and they did do a biopsy and confirmed that it was the osteosarcoma.
And you got to a point where you had to have the leg amputated at the knee.
Yeah, I had 2. I went in. I had 2 sessions of chemotherapy. At that time, I don't know. I know today a lot of people have their treatments as outpatients, but I was actually admitted to hospital to have my treatments, and I had 2 sessions of chemotherapy, and then they decided that it was best to do that. Yeah, I was 17 when they did that.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's a life changer at 17.
It is a life changer, and I was trying to going to high school and everything too. Yeah.
And then after that, you had a recurrence in your left lung. What were the symptoms?
Actually, I did feel a little bit of pain there, but I don't know if it was psychological. There was a 70% chance of a reoccurrence in my lung.
Okay.
And they were keeping a really close watch on me. They were checking me like CAT scans and stuff every month. So they found it really early, a year later. It was like the size of a quarter, they said, when they found it.
And so you had to go back?
I had to go back in and I went home and wrote my exams, grade 12 exams, and then went in. I had the surgery right away, and then I had to have more chemotherapy I had to be admitted to hospital again. It was like 5 days long.
Quite a few challenges, but you persevered. And
I did.
You've always loved athletics, and as I understand, you were the first person in Canada with a disability to become a member of Canadian Ski Patrol.
Yep. I ski on one ski, but it doesn't affect my job. I do well. I do the job just as well as they do. You know. Oh, I used to race too. I used to be on the disabled ski team too.
It's incredible.
So
story.
cancer has not stopped you at all.
No.
What kept you going? What was the inspiration for you?
I think I just the wanting to do the things, wanting to still live life and enjoy life. I guess. I mean, there are challenges with the leg, obviously, but I try not to let it stop me.
Well, it certainly doesn't stop you on this fancy bike.
There's been some challenges with the bike, with the riding, but I mean, it hasn't obviously not impossible, and I've come a long way. I can do 50K now on it.
She just bumped
No
up to the
problem.
100K, by the way. So she
Yeah.
registered at
Did
50,
you really?
And now she's doing 100.
So are you a rider? Have you? Wow. So how long have you been riding?
I mean, I used to
Preparing?
ride my bike I've only been preparing since the first of June.
Well, no, but that, Michelle,
Feeling experiencing,
but it
yeah.
also speaks to what you were saying. You know, a lot of people get intimidated when they
Yeah,
hear,
you don't
some of
need
the
to.
length
Yeah.
of the course, and you don't need to be
Yeah,
necessarily.
It doesn't seem
Absolutely
that
not.
long now. Like I started in June. I thought, oh wow, I did 5K. That's cool. And now it's like 20K is a small ride. Like I can go and do 50K now. So, and I used to, my foot would fall off. So I tried the baskets first.
Oh, yes.
But that didn't seem to work very well. So I mastered clipping in. So I just have to kind of hang on to something and kind of push down. I get that one clipped on first, and then I just go.
Whatever it
And this
takes.
one can clip on
Hop
too.
on the bike and go.
It works really well though.
Great.
Well, Michelle, we want to get people involved.
Yeah, we
There's
do.
still time for people to register. How do they go
Absolutely.
about registering?
Well, you know what? Honestly, all the information they need is at ridetherideau.ca. So our website, register for whatever event you want. If you're not going to ride, you want to just test it out. Again, we need 350 volunteers. And Derek, I understand you have a conflict on Ride Day, but I have brought some official training jerseys for you,
Oh,
and Debbie.
terrific.
Oh, yeah.
So not to guilt you into 2015, but we will be launching that shortly after September 6th.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
we'd love to have you guys involved. So very easy to get involved. Obviously, there's a $1,500 fundraising minimum,
Yeah.
but we're there to help support people get it done. And when you hear compelling stories like Serena, there's no reason why, you can't get on a bike and do it, and also why you can't raise funds for cancer research.
Well, thank you so much. That is great. I really appreciate it. And Serena, thank you for sharing your story. This is
Thank
the
you.
first time you've shared it publicly.
Yes,
so
it is.
we appreciate you doing it here
Yeah.
on DayTime.
A wonderful story at that.
Yeah, and good luck on the ride. Have a
Thank
great
you.
time because it's going to be a great opportunity. One of 40 cancer survivors riding in Ride the Rideau this year. As Michelle said, visit the website. Registration is really easy to do and encourage your family and friends to do the same. Don't go away because Jed Rocket Rashed coming back after the break. He's going to be preparing his old family recipe for hummus and telling us all the different things he's involved with right now. We'll be back with Jed right after this.
At Rogers TV, community programming means the world to us. Watch Ottawa's Cultural Window, a program devoted to Ottawa's growth communities. Events, entertainment,